Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about the High Priestess today and my Kate Bush song choice. I thought before I share my card that it would be useful to talk about the High Priestess in the context of the other cards surrounding her. And then you'll see where I'm coming from with this particular song choice. So we have the Fool. So this is I'll put a link below, but so this is my full card. And we have Kate Bush here as a young child, but we can be a fool at any age, of course. And the Fool, something happens with the Fool that puts them on some sort of journey, either kind of an internal or external journey. But I think of it like Frodo. It's Frodo in the Shire in Lord of the Rings, and the magician Gandalf comes and he disrupts something. He prompts a change of mind, a change of heart, if you like. This is from the Mary L. Tarot. You can see it's the second edition because we've got this different High Priestess here. But anyway, there's this lovely kind of void here. We can't see the magician. The magician is about a potential. He's also like quite scary because change can be frightening. We're leaving what's familiar. And it's an invitation. We're being asked to step forward, to try something new, to open our mind to new possibilities. And then we have the High Priestess. And I think of her as she is this before. I think this fire is really important here, and I love this aspect of this card. And again, we've got the void. I think the guidebook talks about it like being like an empty womb. We've got this potential, but often something has to burn away, or something has to be destroyed, or some delusion has to fall away before we can actually step into that change. So we have to let go of something. So that's how I think of the High Priestess. And there's the veil being, well, it's kind of, we sort of see behind the veil. So it's like the unconscious, if you like. But of course, we only ever get a glimpse of that, don't we? And there's a lot of mystery in this card. She might give us an answer, but she will speak in riddles. So those are the two which the guidebook also talks about as the sort of spiritual parents. Now we have gone to the more earthly energies. And we have the Empress. She's often shown as pregnant. In this card, she's got her baby already. And this is a softer energy, I think, than the High Priestess. She's more kind of nurturing. Now this is creative. Whatever needed to be burned away or let go of is gone, and now we have got this bounty, this abundance. And she's nurturing. She talks about, I think it's a lot to do with patience, connection with nature, things taking their time. And then finally we have the Emperor, and he is more about the boundaries that we need. I mean, I don't think of the Empress as particularly having boundaries, but he is starting to build a structure, he's proactive, he is more worldly wise, if you like. I think an interesting question to ask is which of these energies you find yourself naturally drawn to. So for me, and I say this has been from the beginning of learning tarot, really, I have always loved these two cards and struggled more with those. I mean, Magician, and I love kind of the hero story, and I love things like, you know, books like Wizard of Earthsea, and it's just a fascinating archetype for me. I love it. High Priestess, I have always, I suppose this probably relates to my neurodivergence, and as someone that I feel often, as I've talked about before, I can feel like an outsider, and that I'm on the edge of things, but also maybe that I'm too blunt sometimes, and too direct, introverted, and I think of the High Priestess maybe as all those things. There's like a detachment there. And I've always seen the Empress as more extroverted, more sociable, and maybe more the sort of things that I have struggled with in my life. But I think I am starting to... I'm starting to be drawn more to the Empress now, and I think I am starting to embrace her energy more. Because, of course, these are archetypes, these are these are potentials inside all of us, aren't they? Emperor, I struggle with the most. So that is my personal challenge at the moment, is how to, embrace the more kind of nurturing, caretaking side of this card, because there's a lot of negative energy potentially in that archetype as well. So let me now show you my Kate Bush card. So I was just going to quickly show you. So we've kind of had this progression. So we've got the Kate Bush as a young child here, and this was my full card. This was one of my magician cards. So this was based on cloud busting. And Kate Bush is kind of, again, she's dressed as a child, she's dressed as Peter Reich, and it's being inspired by her father in the story, and this kind of magician energy, again, this sense of possibility, like he's a mentor, if you like. And then this is our High Priestess. So I chose, this isn't, this doesn't really, the lyrics here, the song, don't relate to the picture. Sorry, I'll explain that a bit better. So we have got, these are lyrics in the Circle of Fire. It's from Lily, which is in the red shoes, which I'll talk about in a minute. This is a picture of Kate Bush. I quite liked the fact she's still quite young here, so it's still quite a young energy. And this is from Never Forever, and I feel like Never Forever is quite a High Priestess album, but the song I chose is in the Circle of Fire, which is about this healer, Lily, hence the lily flower behind her, who Kate Bush knew personally. I will put a link to the website, because the website's quite interesting. And what I love about this is it shows the power of the High Priestess. So again, we've got this kind of fire, this this power and this defiance, and setting a boundary. This Circle of Fire is like a protection. The High Priestess, although she's often seen as kind of more passive, that doesn't mean she hasn't got her fierce element. And this is what I love, the energy I like about Lily. It has got that fierceness. If you look at the actual website and what she believed, it's quite interesting because she uses colour a lot, and these relate to the chakras. So, I mean, for example, I've used a purpley colour here, which we'd think of as a third eye or a sixth chakra, which we often associate with the High Priestess. But what is interesting about this kind of approach to healing is she would channel colours, if you like, but she would relate them to flowers. So, for example, with yellow, you might go into a park and you would look at daffodil yellow, and you would look at it and you would feel the energy of that incredibly kind of bright colour, and reflect on it and be with nature. And then you might come home and you would remember that yellow, that specific yellow, and that would be the yellow you would try to channel. Or blue, for example, would be bluebells. So I really love that connection, which is also why I added the flower here. And the sense of we are going into, again, like some sort of initiation. We're stepping through a threshold. And I think you get that energy too from the card. So that's my choice. As always, be fascinated to hear if you've got any other ideas for the High Priestess. And yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks, as always, for watching. Bye-bye.